The moment was right. Our faces began to move closer towards each other, till it got close enough for us to engage in the art of lip locking. Lord, give me the strength. So I've gone back and forth with myself in deciding whether I need to tell the story or not, because on one hand it's kind of embarrassing. It's really embarrassing actually, but on the other hand it's also funny. So I'll tell the story, okay? I'll tell the story. Stop badgering me. Jeez. So about a year ago, I met this girl at a bus stop, and just for the purpose of this story, let's just call her Jasmine. Yeah, it's not her name, but we're just gonna go with Jasmine. Now, the bus stop was located right next to where I worked at, and every time I got off from work, I always see her waiting for the bus. Now, initially, I never really considered going to go talk to her because she didn't really pique my interest at the time. But on this specific day, for some reason, I was really feeling myself. Don't know why, but I just was. So I get off work and I see her at the bus stop, per usual, but this time she's the only one there. And she was looking real nice on this specific day. I don't know what she did different, but she was looking really good, and it definitely caught my attention. So I said I'ma go holler at her, like, why not? I'm that nigga, I'ma go talk to her for the gang. So I approach her and we start talking, we start conversing for a while, and the conversation went well enough to the point where I could get her number on the first ask. Eventually the bus arrives and we go our separate ways. So days go by and we're texting, trying to get to know each other better, and basically from the limited conversation I already had with her, she was one of those girls that always wanted to make it difficult for you to get to know her. Now honestly, my intentions was just to do some I'm a guy, so you know what I mean. So I wasn't really trying to get to know her like that, but a young goon never ran from a challenge, so I was ready to get it. But anyways, we hung out about 3 times. The first time was really awkward, and that might deserve a video on its own. The second time was pretty chilled. The third time was when all this happened. So I'm just chilling on a random night and I get a text from her, and she was basically asking if I wanted to come over to her spot and we just chill, watch a movie, hang out, things along those lines. I'm like, bet, I ain't got nothing to do, so I'ma pull up. Now here's the thing, she had never initiated any of our hangouts, so the fact that she initiated this one meant it was a big deal. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, it's nighttime, she wants me to come over to her spot to hang out and watch a movie. If I carry the 2 to the nth power and raise the 5th divided by 100, in conclusion, it's about to go down. We might have some action tonight, Chief. That's what I'm thinking to myself. So, as I make my way to her house, anticipating what lies in front of me, I'm hyping myself up. I'm telling myself to be about that action. Be about that action, boss. But don't be thirsty though. So fast forward, I get to her house, knock on the door, she opens it, and she had something like comfortable on, so I'm like, maybe she really just want to watch a movie, and I was thinking she opened the door, and I just see her wear something like, sexy and tight, and I just see some lingerie and something, but I guess that's my perverted mind, but ah shit, my mind's in the gutter. Alright, I'ma stop. She takes us up to her living room, we take a seat on the couch, and we just start talking, some small talk, basically asking how our day was, how our week was, all that small talk, the basics. And during the conversation, she mentions that she had prepared a meal for both of us before I got there. And luckily I was hungry, so I'm like, I could eat right now, I'm hungry, let's do it. So I ate, till my heart was content. It was delicious. So after we were done eating, we turned off the lights, turned on the TV, and we proceeded to watch a movie, thus setting the mood. As we're watching this movie, it's a pretty good movie if you ask me, you should probably go check it out, it's my last video. I started noticing that with each passing moment, she would always inch closer to me. It was very subtle, but yet very efficient. Eventually she got close enough to the point where we were touching shoulders. She looks at me, I look at her. I wasn't nervous, cause I'm a goon, and a real nigga. But I bet she was, cause I'm such a gentleman. So cue heartbeat on her. The moment was right. Our faces began to move closer towards each other, till it got close enough for us to engage in the art of lip locking. In other words, making out. It was satisfying. So after minutes of passionate kissing, she grabs my hand and leads me to her bedroom, where the magic happens. If you know, you know. Alright, scratch on that. No magic was about to happen this night because as we were in the bedroom and things were still PG-13, she's just on top of me, we're making out and we're fully clothed. Out of nowhere, I was met with the very familiar yet unwelcome guest of the bubble guts. Yep, you heard me right. I had the runs, ladies and gentlemen. I had the runs. Initially, I just tried to play it off and just continue making out with her. But as we went on, and like I said, she was on top of me, so she was on my stomach, and the intense pressure of her body accelerated the discomfort I was feeling. And I didn't want to say anything because I did not want to ruin the moment. I kept on as long as I could, but at last I cracked. So I tell her, look, I gotta go to the bathroom to take a piss. I go to the bathroom and I just start farting. I was in there for a while. I couldn't leave till I made sure that my stomach was clear enough that I could go back to the room to execute this mission. Once I recollected myself, I went back to the bedroom and we get to kissing again, but she's still on me, so my stomach isn't really 100%, so she triggers the bowels again. And I'm like, yo, I gotta use the bathroom again. So she follows me this time and she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. I just wait in the room. I'll be right back. So I'm in the bathroom trying to recollect myself again, and I just stay farting. I didn't want to use her bathroom because, you know, it's uncomfortable and I'm stubborn. Anyways, I recollect myself again. I go back, we get to kissing, and it was really just a rinse and repeat thing because she always triggered my bowels because she was still on top of me. So I was always going to the bathroom making frequent trips till she eventually caught on and she like stops me and she's like, are you okay? Like, what's really going on? And I had to come clean because it was pretty obvious something was going on. And I'm like, look, baby girl, I got the case of the bubble guts and I just can't continue with this anymore because my stomach's not letting me be great. And she was like, oh, just go use the bathroom. I'm like, use the bathroom? No, I don't think you understand the severity of the situation I'm going through. If I use your bathroom right now, we both not gonna look at each other the same way because, yeah, it's gonna be a situation up in here. So basically, I just tell her that I'm just gonna order an Uber and just head on home. So I order it. It was like 15 minutes away, which at the state I was in felt like an eternity. So we just head back to the room to wait for the Uber, and I'm over there agonizing in pain, and she's over there trying to talk me through my whole suffering and stuff, which was really funny in hindsight. But eventually my Uber gets here, I take my leave, and that was pretty much the end of my night. I guess at the end of the day, I couldn't be about that action. I couldn't be about that action, boss.